Rich folks don't just cry, they know how to have a good time too. I've gathered the craziest and most outrageously expensive buys of the wealthy. Some of these purchases are even nuts for billionaires. Stick around till the end of this video and you'll find out how much a preserved shark costs and the value of the Sultan of Brunei's car collection, what Elon Musk is up to, and who owns the Titanic now. Let's dive in. 20th place. Gold shirt, Datta Phuge. Indian businessman Datta Phuge became famous as the Gold Man. In 2013, he had a 3.5 kilograms gold shirt made and wore it with heavy gold chains, bracelets, and rings. Datta said this unusual look was a dream come true for him since he came from a humble family. The gold shirt cost the millionaire $250,000, but it didn't bring him luck. In 2016, he was invited to a birthday party and was stoned to death there. 19th place. Elon Musk and his submarine car. Elon Musk's personal ride is anything but ordinary. In 2013, the founder Musk bought the Lotus Esprit from the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. It's a transformer car that turns into a submarine. Musk shelled out $1 million for it. Looks like Elon Musk is working not just upwards, but also downwards. Maybe he's building some secret underwater city and dives there in his submarine car. Could that be a thing? What do you think? Interestingly, this piece was originally found in a barn that a junk collector bought in 1989 for $100. 18th place. The Billy the Kid photograph, William Koch. William Koch is one of the two billionaire brothers who built the Koch Industries empire and became very influential political figures. Koch is a huge fan of the Wild West. In 2011, he shelled out $2.3 million for the only authentic photo of the legendary outlaw of those times, Billy the Kid, also known as the Kid. 17th place. A violin for a billionaire, Maxim Viktorov. Let's not forget about the purchases of Russian billionaires. In 2008, one of the rarest instruments on Earth played music for the first time in 70 years. It was a Garneri Delgisu violin, and it was bought by a wealthy lawyer and avid collector from Moscow, Maxim Viktorov. This is one of the 150 surviving violins of the famous 18th century master Giuseppe Garneri Delgisu. His works are considered the only instruments more valuable than those of Antonio Stradivari. Viktorov paid almost $4 million for this particular piece. 16th place. A keepsake ring. Ben Affleck. Actor Ben Affleck also made a splash. He spent over $10 million on a green diamond that adorned a ring for Jennifer Lopez. The stars had dated back in the early 2000s, and back then, there was also a diamond, but it was pink. 20 years later, the couple finally tied the knot. The union was sealed with this precious stone, the rarest after the red diamond, and the touching inscription on the ring, "Not going anywhere." Well, after such a gift, you're really not going anywhere. 15th place. A preserved 14-foot shark, Steve Cohen. A lot of rich folks have some pretty wild aquariums, but they all look like child's play compared to the pickled shark that Steve Cohen snagged back in 2004. American financier Stephen Cohen drops hundreds of millions on contemporary art, but the most jaw-dropping piece he's scored is Damien Hirst's installation, a shark in a tank with formaldehyde and alcohol. That little number set him back $12 million bucks. Before he even bought it, the fish had already started to fall apart, but the new owner didn't miss a beat. He swapped out both the shark and the solution. Now, art critics are all heated up debating whether the refreshed fish can still be called the original work. What do you think? 14th place. The world's most expensive license plate, Said Khouri. An Arab businessman from Abu Dhabi, Said Khouri, dropped a cool $14 million on the license plate won at an auction in 2008. That record's still unbeaten to this day. 13th place. Leonardo da Vinci's scientific manuscripts, Bill Gates. Bill Gates and Leonardo da Vinci have a lot in common. They both became mathematical geniuses who changed history. It's no surprise that one of the brightest minds of our time got interested in the works of the great Renaissance scientist. In 1994, Bill Gates shelled out $30.8 million for a 72-page manuscript called the Codex Leicester, written in the early 16th century. With that deal, Gates got his hands on letters, sketches, diagrams, ideas, and drawings of future inventions. Maybe some of that stuff was what Bill Gates used for his own projects. Guess that'll stay a mystery. 12th place. The unusual furniture of Prince Liechtenstein. In 2004, Prince Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein dropped $36 million on some furniture you definitely won't find at IKEA. The badminton cabinet made of Florentine ebony, decked out with precious stones like lapis lazuli, amethyst, and agate. The cabinet first sold at auction in 1990 for $15 million, and then the Prince of Liechtenstein snagged it in 2004 for a cool $36 million. 11th place, Bezos Mountain Clock. Amazon boss Jeff Bezos dropped $42 million on a mechanical clock that's set up in the Texas mountains. This 500-foot-tall mechanism is powered by thermal cycles and is meant to last for millennia. 10th place, Richard Branson Spaceship. Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, shelled out $200 million to build his own personal spaceship. He's aiming to create a center for orbital tours, and a ticket for this journey will set you back just $250,000. The ship hasn't started operating yet, but there's already a waitlist of 900 tickets. Basically, it's paid for itself. 9th place, an island with the name HAMAD. Remember how as kids we used to label our stuff and toys so everyone knew they were ours? Well, Arab Sheikh Hamad got all possessive too, bought a small island in 2004 and carved his name into it so big that even aliens from space couldn't miss it. It cost the Sheikh $250 million. The letters were dug out as deep channels filled with water. 5 massive letters, each a kilometer high and more than 3 kilometers long, adorned Fatasi Island for several years. Then Hamad changed his mind and ordered everything to be put back the way it was, but you can still see the mark on Google Maps. The billionaire is also known for his collection of Mercedes cars in every color of the rainbow, as well as exclusive off-road vehicles so huge they can't even fit through city streets. 8th place, an island in Hawaii. Larry Ellison. For the richest person, even the most grandiose mansion might be too small to call home. For example, for Oracle founder Larry Ellison, home is the Hawaiian island of Lanai, which he bought in 2012 for a mere $300 million. His personal tropical paradise includes 90,000 acres of land, 2 Four Seasons resorts, and even a town with a population of 3,200 people. Ever dream of vacationing at one of these resorts? No problem, it'll only set you back $21,000 a night. 7th place, Titanic. Clive Palmer. Australian politician and businessman Clive Palmer, instead of collecting expensive yachts, decided to acquire the most famous passenger ship in history. Of course, the original Titanic from 1912 rests at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, so Palmer ordered a Titanic too. This is pretty much an exact replica of the original ocean liner, but it's been updated with the latest tech and safety features. The plan includes enough lifeboats for everyone on board. It's gonna set you back $490 million. 6th place, the best paintings, Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin, a living legend in the finance and hedge fund world, is a big-time art lover. His personal collection is packed with valuable pieces, but the real gems are 2 abstract paintings by Willem de Kooning and Jackson Pollock that he snagged at the same auction. Together, they cost him a cool $500 million, and reporters called the sale one of the biggest private art deals ever. 5th place, the Flying Palace Airbus A380, Prince Al-Waleed bin Talal. Being part of the Saudi royal family probably gets you the most insane perks on the planet. Like, Prince Al-Waleed bin Talal used to own a Boeing 737-400 that was worth $220 million, but that's not really a big deal in his world. What is a big deal is the double-decker Airbus A380, the biggest passenger plane out there. The prince ordered a custom version with space for horses and a couple of Rolls-Royces. The whole project cost over $500 million. Makes you wonder, can horses even fly on a plane? 4th place, the museum in Mexico, Carlos Slim. There are 2 kinds of art collectors, those who collect artworks and those who buy entire museums. Telecom tycoon Carlos Slim, the richest person in Mexico with a net worth of $71.4 billion. In 2011, he was the richest person in the world. That same year, he opened the Museo Samaya, a 6-story metallic museum complex without windows, necessary to showcase the billionaire's personal collection. By the way, it consists of over 65,000 pieces and includes some priceless works of art from Mexico and Europe. 3rd place, the most expensive house in India and the world, Ambani. Businessman Mukesh Ambani got incredibly lucky. He inherited a huge oil empire that made him $43 billion richer. $1 billion of that sum, the Indian magnate spent on building the most expensive house in the world, a 27-story skyscraper with a total area of 400,000 square meters. The building is equipped with a 6-level underground parking, 3 helipads, and is named after the mythical island of Antilia. Among the amenities, there's also a 50-seat theater, a ballroom, and 9 elevators in the lobby. The mansion employs over 600 people. Sure thing. Here's that translated into modern conversational American English. Second place, Super-yacht, Roman Abramovich. It's no secret that yachts are like the ultimate flex when it comes to rich folks showing off who's the top dog on the planet. And in this high-stakes game, Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich is in a league of his own. His other toys are just as jaw-dropping. The Chelsea Football Club, a Boeing 767, and even an icebreaker. But the Eclipse yacht is the priciest thing he's ever dropped cash on. It's got 64,580 square feet of living space, 11 suites and apartments, and a 3-spot helipad. And for those special occasions, you can ditch the ship and dive deep in a 3-person submarine. Price tag, a cool $1.2 billion. First place, car collection, Sultan of Brunei. Being a sultan, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Don't believe me? Just check out the Sultan of Brunei's car collection. His country's like 5 times smaller than Crimea, but his garage is massive. He's got 7,000 of the rarest, priciest, most powerful, and stunning cars out there. The whole collection's worth over $5 billion. Among the gems are 342 Ferraris, 604 Rolls-Royces, 21 Lamborghinis, and the Star of India convertible, the most expensive car in the world. Alright, those were the 20 craziest things rich people have bought, and now I'm off to scrape together some change for a cheeseburger. Hit subscribe if you liked this video.